everyone, and welcome back to War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. We're on the side of the Allies against the Japanese here on July 21, 1943, and we've had some bad luck with our subs lately. Just not any good hits. Please hit this. Ooh, okay. So I'm not sure why he has a sub in this area, but that's sunk. It if it if it comes back from the dead, I guess we'll just assume all of his um, subs are immortal or undead or something. Okay, so not one of our bombers flew tonight. So I'm gonna rest them. It's 82%. We could do one more. No, it's 71. We'll just basically 2/3. It's fine. We'll just rest them the rest of the until the next window opens for night bombing. And that's fine. We'll have that way. Pardon me. Uh, that way we'll have a robust bomber group when we're ready for our offensive. All right. So he's sweeping Hangzhou, or no, Hangzhou is this city on the coast. He's sweeping these troops because I think he's concerned we're gonna cap that, but. No escorts there. That would have been a juicy target. However, he did have sweeps, so we would have had to fight through those sweeps first. Now, it looks like all of his bombers are hitting here. He's not even... Wonder he might not even bomb a... We're capping up north, and he might not even bomb there. That's alright. Alright, so we got one port hid in with all these, pardon me, these 6 bombers here came in for port strike. There's a couple more. There's a port supply hit. Alright, these guys I think are hitting the port. Yeah, that's pretty good. P-40's late to the party. Well, yeah, we could have gotten those, but I opted to cap the troops to the east of that. There we go. What? Okay, okay, that's really weird. Unless I messed up my rules for my cap. Oh, we missed a golden opportunity to destroy some bombers. Well, I guess we'll. Oh, I remember. Okay, my bad. I just remembered. I was going to cap this hex, but I looked and we had only 16 out of 25 fighters ready, and we were going to have 3 or 4 more available today, so that would make 20. And so I think I'm going to um, do it tomorrow when we have um, more available fighters. That's what it is. So disregard all my um, anticipation over my cap trap. All right, let's see what we can get for reinforcements, if anything. Maybe not. I don't know. Can't remember. Okay, here we are. Some merchant marine. That's about it, looks like. All right, we're back on July 22, 1943. Yeah, I have no airstrikes tonight. I decided it's time to. They totally missed a run yesterday. Yesterday a.m. or night. Anyway, the point is, I decided to. Now's a good time to just let them mellow and prepare for what I'm going to be using them for. And probably, I know a couple weeks is a long ways away, but sometimes these heavy bombers take a long time to go under maintenance. And, you know, wow, a lot of bad weather. I think I've seen bad weather morning um, sorties reactivate in the afternoon, so we may yet see them. Oof. See, mm, to avoid that, I've got to fly some cap, and I will. Getting some supply hits there. That's good. Well, Yeah, we've got a lot of subs around the Marianas. Maybe I should talk about that this time. Also, while this is playing out, I was thinking about um, the X Force or X Squadron there in China. I was thinking I could pull it out, use it in the Burma theater, sweeping, let's say, from Prome down to Bangkok. I don't I think that might be too far. I'll try to figure out the distance and see if that's viable. Let's see if we sync it. Yeah. Um, I don't know, but I don't want to just park a squadron in China and have it do nothing. Ah, nice counter battery there. Ah, equally nice counter battery there. So I don't know if he's having supply issues, but that was only 2 bombardments. Usually he's bombarding on the road to Xi'an. He's bombarding why can't I think of the name? Is it Wuch Wuchan? Anyway, um so well, look at that. 4 ops losses, he had 0. Um all right. P-40, possibly our sweeps. B-25C, possibly our bombing there in Burma. Hurricane PR2. Not sure where I have these operating. And then Dakota 3, of course, we got to throw in at least 1 air transport. And, whoops, did we lose any pilots? We did. 1 killed, 1 wounded. And then, let's see if we list that. Ship, yeah. This cargo ship worth 10 points. It's actually got a pretty good endurance for operating in the up in the Kyushu, whatever what is this Hokkaido, Sea of Okhotsk. Anyway, let's come down here. There I have some stuff moving here. Doo -doo -doo. Probably isn't very far along yet. Maybe it's this. Okay. We have the 27th Infantry Division. We needed to bring in some additional assets to get the rest of it because a lot of motorized support. But we are heading to Kusai because I'm going to use this division to invade Enewetak. I'm going to start getting all the other assets ready that are going to invade there. And we'll hit that probably within the next couple weeks. Maybe we'll try to coordinate with all these other things. Well, I won't coordinate with the invasions of Ambon and Manokwari because we're already ready to pull the trigger on both of these, and I don't want to wait, and we're not ready for um Talk yet. I say that, but sorry, I'm going all over the place. This is where I'm trying to get the rest of my infantry division, the 24th, that's going to Manokwari. We're it looks like we're loading complete. Okay, good. We can basically prep this to I think what I'm going to do is have everything come to Manus maybe. I don't know if I want to say Manus. I don't know what it's supposed to be pronounced. I'd like everybody to kind of come here. We've got some battleship bombardment group, cruiser bombardment, and then we've got um, some escort carriers there. Ignore the transports because those are dropping something off right here directly at this port. Looks like we need some supply of Kaifeng, but anyway, there is a unit here at Buka. Um, no, the New Zealand armor. I want to bring this in as well, so you can see this. This is the 24th. A good chunk of it, maybe the fighting force. This is the support and whatnot. And we're going to combine all three of these task forces up at Manus. And well, no, I don't have any aggressive action here at Manokwari. The biggest thing I'm trying to do here is just capture this base as a hopping point for Sorong because really Sorong is the one I want to build up pretty strong. So this is just a jump off point. But also, we have some amphibious ships, these two right now, and we have more to come. We have more in this area, in this the Timor Sea prepared. We're gonna bring everybody, let's say maybe Babar, I don't know, gather and then launch and do the invasion there. I'll have carrier, I'll have carrier cover as well as battleship bombardment, and I think I also have another cruiser bombardment. So I'll have some assets in this area as well as this area, and I kind of want to time them to be similar. So we'll maybe convene at Manus or Hollandia, and then we'll pull the trigger. And if we meet at, let's say, Babar or something like that, I think I'd prefer this because he's not looking here as much as he's probably looking at Dilly. But but I don't see him spotting anything there either. Anyway, so we'll sail straight up, sail northwest, try to secure both of these bases very quickly, and get some fighter cover over them, and and again, this area is I'm not as rushed because I really have nowhere to go once we take and we talk. We'll be content to sit. Now, Wake, I may get some heavies to hit that. He hasn't upgraded it at all, so I don't know what he's using it for, but I can get some heavies here. Well, never mind, I can't. But if we get Roy Namur, I could use that to bomb Wake and just keep it suppressed. Maybe I don't know if he's using it as a sub base or an airfield or whatever, but we can suppress it and we don't have to capture it. But also, if we recon it and we see that hey, that's capturable, maybe we can just go ahead and snag it because that's another sub base if we so choose. Um, and then but it's just these islands are so spread out that I'm not comfortable doing an amphibious invasion across all this space where he's on the defense and can come strike us back anytime. It just makes me very nervous. Okay, so we talked about all this. Now but I thought my ships were going to be further along at preparation. That's what I was talking about last video toward the end, but they're still finishing up loading, and I think I'm in a good position. I think I'm in a good place to start bringing everything together and pull the trigger. I just mean that I thought a couple days ago I was going to be ready already. But it's good. In other words, I think I'm 2 days later than I thought I would be. Okay. This is a situation here in Burma. It's static. Everything is as you would expect. But my bombers, I'm letting rest. Wow, this is getting very critically low on supplies. I get so much here at Prom. I'm trying to get I don't know how this works, but I thought trucks would bring it out here to these bases, but it seems like it's just not happening. Um, I mean, it's almost like I may have to just park my bombers for a few days, let it build up supplies. I just don't know. I don't know how supply works. I know I need supply here, and it just seems like my understanding is that the 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 destination sucks supply from, um, say, a base, that's located near it. We have low enough supplies required here to draw it down and suck it in here, but apparently it's not happening, at least not as quick as I would like. Um, and again, Bassine is in the same boat. But what I was going to say is, my bombers are resting, and if you can look at this here, see, uh, we can't even replace this. We're so low on supplies. But these B-24s, we've got 3 of them that are being maintained, and that's not very long. I guess we can just do this. Heavy bombers. You can see a lot of bombers here and under maintenance. So we'll let these guys get readied, and I'm gonna turn that off. Let's take a look. Yeah, see 11 days. So I'm not too upset that I stood them down a little early. We've got the 11th East African Division coming. Yeah. But for how long? Okay, one more day. I think tomorrow we'll be here. We'll put them out. We'll entrain them and then bring them down to Tungu, further sucking resources supplies out of Tungu. That could be another thing that's keeping the supplies so low is we're pulling supplies here, let's say, but we're firing it out to all these troops in the field, and that's eating it all up. So I'm bringing shiploads of supply as quickly as I can, but it seems like it doesn't matter how much I ship in, it's very slow, and it could be it could be being sucked this direction toward Cox's Bazar and maybe even Chittagong. But the what I wanted to do is drop it at Akyab and push it forward, but I don't know how to, you know, I don't have micromanagerial level control over supply. And that's about it. I will say that this is what I was talking about. Let's say we put on 12, okay, 12 hexes. Let's just, for now, yeah, do that. But 12 hex sweep is the ideal distance, and this is exactly 12. So I might do that. Here's what I'm going to do though first. I'm going to cap here. Let's do that now because I'm going to forget. I know myself. All right, escort, patrol. We can just hit this because I'm going to go ahead and do max. And cover that. Now, hopefully of all times he doesn't all of a sudden pause his bombing run or bring in sweeps. That's my hope. Um, all right, this is the raid. So 10,000 should be fine. I might bump it to 12. Get a little rain, get a little altitude on him so I can dive on those bombers and beat them up. I'm going to close this to 0 because I'm not sure how it works. I'm ignorant, but based on historical experience, having 0 range but targeting a hex means you only cover that hex. Having range and targeting a hex, you still cover that hex, but you cover hexes around it, maybe hexes within that 10 hex range. So I don't like that because it feels like it spreads my fighters thin, and then they're not as productive in the one hex I want them in. Okay, well that said, I think I think you can see how it's developing here. This is going to be something that's going to happen very soon. You can see that we're moving in on 55th Armored and the 50th Tank. So between the two of these coming in, and all the extra 2 extra divisions, this is going to be, right now already it's pretty strong with 2,000 assault strength, but add another 500, no, maybe almost maybe 1,000. So this could be up to 3,000 assault strength. And then I have air superiority, so I should be able to come into Pegu and just punch it really hard. Speaking of which, I feel like it's time to move this guy down. Maybe not. Cancel move. Because this is gonna have to entrain, then rail down here, and then it's gonna have to unload or unpack, sorry, and then walk. So that's the same distance as from Prom to here. So, pardon me. What I could do is, as soon as this guy arrives at Tungu and starts to unpack, we can march down. I think that's fine. All right. Well, I'm gonna end it there. The Chinese theater, as you are well aware, is very static. He's not really pushing us in this central area or northern area. But neither is he really in the south, just some bombards and things. Um, this light AA is pretty beat up. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, we need to get supply into this area. It's very bad. All right, well, let's wrap it up here, and I will see you next time. We'll jump into July 23. Hopefully, by the end of the month, we'll be firing off some invasions. Otherwise, early August, we should be doing some more things there. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.